EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Second and 12 at the 30.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, it's calm down.
Hey, easy.
Let's calm the crowd.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready. 5-9.
51, Mike 51.
Here we go.
All right, T, let's turn. All right, T.
Breeze now on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, good for his Saints' first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Browns' 31-yard line.
Ready.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, easy.
Breeze now. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Kamara trying to right side, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense, holding them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
To Michael Thomas. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ready. 5-8.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Breeze going to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing now is Breeze. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Landry again the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Hey, Charlie!
I can't believe they let you play.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 82 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, in pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people, and oftentimes you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Kamara. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
95-56. Check.
On 2nd and a couple. Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Ready.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
I'm coming.
Oh, nice move. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here's Breeze to throw. Ginn has it complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Breeze now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Breeze. And this is Cook with the grab. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. 30, 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Ready. 95-56.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Breeze able to find the veteran Ginn, and they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge on your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Breeze now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Breeze. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Yellow lady. 21. Hey. High 7.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Lutz's kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Marcus Davenport, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got the hook up to Landry. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Watch out! Watch out!
Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Mike, 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. No, watch run.
Check 9.
Up. Run.
Check.
Hurry.
Kill it. Motion me out.
Now Mayfield. his throw is going to be incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
King!
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Focus, defense, focus.
Now on 2nd and 13, Breeze, and he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Danny.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Shotgun now for Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the slant. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hey, kill. 51.
Here we go.
Mike 51.
Ain't no such thing as a look. Hey, wahoo!
Mike 51. Army.
0-2. Hey, break it.
Breeze now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Breeze. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Breeze now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Breeze now to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Big hit at the 1-yard line.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their...
And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara there to make the grab as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st? And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the Saints have taken the lead. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2.
Sponge!
They're going to try. Is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Punching it in from a yard away. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
22,
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got one timeout left. Want to save it.
6-yard line.
Now Breeze. Cook with a 1st down and much more. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former 1st-round pick, Demarius Randall. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.